Joel and Casey, virtual, even though we're both in the same town, that means we're both really busy, or it means that I'm too difficult with my schedule, and you've been on the road too, and all that good stuff. But first and foremost, as we're talking here in May, how are things at the new office?
Great. Yeah, you can kind of see it behind me.
Yeah,
Getting settled in. We still got a lot of things to bring in. We're working on getting our pool table made right now, which we're excited about. But
important stuff.
everyone's loving it. Say it again.
It's the important stuff.
Well, obviously, but no, we're loving it. It is a little closer to home for me, which that's not why we moved, but that's been a happy accident. Able to get over to the kids' school for functions and run home over lunch if necessary. But no, it's great.
I love it. New sign that went up on the building as well, which is cool, on State Line. The theme that we wanted to bring up this month, that we're talking about within the podcast and my newsletter and all of that, is reinventing. And we really came up with this because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and by no means are you and I professionals in that, yet you are running a company where you understand that mental health is a major piece to everything now, whether it be your employees, whether it be prospects, clients. I see it with ball players. It's not like they're coming up to me and saying, let me talk about my mental health, but they have resources. It's not like when we were growing up. I know I'm 10 years older than you, but you grew up, um, that old school tough, just suck it up and go to work. And the younger generation now has resources, and they're willing to use those resources. And so the reinventing part to me is that, look, it's okay to find new ways. It's a good thing to find new ways, whether it be in business, personally. And I'm sure you see that every single day in your world.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of joking around about the fun things in the office, but it is definitely a very conscious effort to build an atmosphere where people are comfortable to be. Whether that is just enjoying their colleagues to be around, but a place where they feel open to have conversations. And mental health affects us all. I mean, as you know, next week's the 3-year anniversary of me losing my nephew to suicide, so it's very near and dear to my heart. And we try and have a relaxing, loving, caring, open relationship in the office because people need help. And that's a big part of what we do, is talk to people about changing jobs. Although we aren't technically therapists, that's a huge part of what we're doing is helping them reinvent themselves into a new job, into advancing their career. But a lot of that is just getting out of them what they're dealing with in their personal lives too, to figure out what's going to be the best fit for them.
Well, I want to dive a little bit more into this in the couple of minutes we have, because, and I didn't know that I would go here, but I've been to your new office. It's so wide open, and yeah, okay, whatever office you're in, if you're running a company, it's going to be fun. Yeah, but that's who you are. But yet it's very open, and a lot of offices are now. It's not just go to your cubicle, put your head down, and work. And I'm curious, just sort of how things have changed over the years. We talk about reinventing. When you started in this industry, this recruiting industry, it is not like it was right now. Go to work, get this done, and go home, or maybe go to a happy hour and that's it. And it's so different now, is it not?
Oh, it is in a million different ways. I mean, to keep it lighthearted. Some of it, my favorite part is just the change in dress code. I mean, here we are wearing
Yeah.
short sleeve shirts, and I was a suit and tie guy for years. Before we were on air, we were talking about our new shoes. I mean, Joel and I both like Jordan sneakers. Never would have been caught dead wearing those, 10 years ago. And now I think and I think the pandemic's a huge part of it, but people want to work with people that they can relate to. People want to work with someone who's real. And if you have to change how you dress, how you talk so much, I feel like that comes across inauthentic and phony. And we're in a world now where just like people want to be around those that they can get along with and understand who they are on a personal level. And some of that's how we dress, some of that's how we talk, some of that's the music we listen to. And it's one of the reasons we've leaned into social media more too, is like, this is what you get. And we're not going to try and be anything that more than what we are on the surface.
All right, last question. In terms of, I want to go back to the mental health a little bit, because, and I was lucky enough to have known your nephew and know your sister's family. And um, I think that there's just this reminder that we are all in a world now where we are affected by it. And maybe we were as kids too, we just didn't know it. We could argue that social media and the phones and everything, but it is a different world. But I've got to think, just observations, not specifics, because you have a younger office and you're always hiring young. Not all young, by the way. I mean, there are people that are older than the youngest ones. I'll put it that way. It's like in baseball. I never call a player old. I call them better. But you have, I think, like me in the baseball world, a feel for the 20 somethings because you're working around them every single day. And it feels to me in this world of mental health, well, where there's still a stigma, but your family was directly affected by it in the most tragic of ways, that the younger generation is more willing to be open. Are you seeing that?
Oh, absolutely. I think obviously the mental health issue, unfortunately, has been very taboo to talk about for years. But you say we're a younger office. We've got about a 40-year age range, though, so we do have a wide range of generations here. I would say definitively, each decade or so you go down, it seems like people are more and more willing and open to talking about their mental health issues, which hopefully that continues down that path. And the younger that generations, eventually it'll be no different than if you have a sprained ankle talking about, because I think that's one of the things that has created the spiraling effect of it is people don't want to talk about it and they get deeper and deeper into their dark hole, and you got to be surrounded by people that you feel comfortable opening up to.
Couldn't say it better myself. Great observation. Congrats again on the new office. Can't wait to go back in there again, because I know when I get back in there, whatever that might be, it'll look different than it did the first time I was in, right as you guys moved in. Keep talking about all this stuff. Keep doing the great things that you're doing at Chief of Staff Kansas City. And we will do this in person or not, who knows, next month. Thanks, Casey.
Thanks, Joel.